Dr. Nigel Clark, Deputy Managing Director of the International Monetary Fund (IMF), is raising concern about the Caribbean's declining economic growth rate. Dr. Clark made the statement while delivering the keynote address at the 2025 William G. Demas Memorial Lecture titled "The Caribbean Challenge: Fostering Growth and Resilience Amidst Global Uncertainty." The event, held in Brazil, paid a tribute to the legacy of the Caribbean Development Bank's second president by highlighting key issues and strategies relevant to the economic progress of its member states. As a former governor of the bank, having served nearly 7 years in that role, Dr. Clark addressed the region's growth challenges, citing factors such as U.S. tariffs. However, he emphasized that the slowdown in growth predates these recent developments, pointing to a long-term trend that has been unfolding for decades.
Most Caribbean countries had significantly slower growth over the last 2 decades, that is 2001 to 2023, as compared with the previous 2 decades, 1980 to 2000. And on this slide, we have many of the countries of the Caribbean region, and what you see is that for most countries, apart from 3, growth over the last 20 years has fallen quite a bit short of growth over the previous 20 years.
This, he said, poses a significant challenge for the region.
And this ought to be cause for some concern, because it presents the Caribbean with an aggravated challenge. And that challenge is to reverse the trend of slower growth at a time when global growth itself is also declining.
Dr. Clark warned that the continued stagnation could hinder economic opportunities across the Caribbean, though he acknowledged exceptions such as Guyana, which has experienced average growth of 45% over the past 3 years.
Let us be clear about what is at stake. Slower growth in the Caribbean slows the improvement in living standards and stymies the aspirations of Caribbean people for better opportunities. Slower growth in the past has also meant that convergence in income levels between the Caribbean and advanced economies has stalled. In other words, the gap between the fortune of the Caribbean national and that of her counterpart in the advanced world is growing wider.
He underscored the importance of pursuing economic stability as a critical step for policymakers to reverse the decline. However, he cautioned that there is no quick fix or one-size-fits-all solution to the problem.